Hi everybody, thank you so much for watching. This is Marina. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to discuss 3 reasons why you can't gain weight or you're having some hard time doing it. A lot of people actually used to come up to me, and they still come up to me, like guys actually and girls, and they're like, they look at me and I'm on the curvier side or on a little bit heavier side. So they ask me, for the tips and tricks that I do. And there are actually some people that believe that I was just born with curves. They're like, well, she was born with curves, so there's nothing, there's nothing that we can do. And this is actually not true. It took me a lot of time. It took me right food choices and right exercises to gain to where I am today. And then also there are some people that just like, well, we don't know what to do. Like, can you just share some type of tips so we can follow? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And then there are people who think that genetics play the most important role and the only role in what your body looks like. And that's not completely true. You can take right type of food, right type of nutrition, and the right type of exercises to get to where you want to be. You can sculpt your body the way you want it to be. So a lot of people think that this is just genetics, like the body that I have, and they just give up. They're like, well, my genetics were not like that, and I would never be able to gain weight anymore, and so they just give up. And to be honest, there are 3 simple things that you can follow to gain weight, and I'm going to share it with you. So don't get discouraged if you are on the lighter side, and if you are a little bit skinny, if you want to gain weight. So definitely stay tuned. I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I have for you. So the first tip would be food, obviously. For me, like, it took maybe 70% of food and then 30% of exercises to get to where I want to be. And I just want to give you a little example. 2 years ago, I actually went to Russia for 6 months, and I got back and I was the skinniest I've ever been. It was just so crazy. So I started analyzing what happened, and that's actually the choice of foods that I had. So first, we don't have much seasoning in our food, so maybe that's the reason why you don't really want much of it. So you keep, you just eat a little bit, and then you go about your business, or you go about your day. So you don't really want to eat more and more and more. And then we don't have much fast food in Russia, so it's more on the healthier side and things like that. So food choices are very important. And when I got here, and I was like, oh my God, like, what can I do to gain my weight back again? So I eat a lot of good food. So don't think just because you can eat any type of fast food, any type of bad food for you is going to give you the weight that you want. That's not true, because actually when you eat fast food, there's no nutrition value in that food. So basically it all goes, for example, to your stomach, or to your face, or to your arms, and where you don't really want it to be, first. And second, you don't get no nutrition value from that food. So that food, you just get hungry very soon after eating that food, and it doesn't make sense to eat it. So what I eat is just rice, beans, mac and cheese, potatoes, steak, chicken. You need to have a lot of good food, and you need to eat actually 5 to 6 times a day. So I know that some people oh, I'm having a hard time with my appetite, and actually sometimes I do as well, depending on the season. Like, for example, in the summertime, I don't really want to eat as much, but I still force myself to keep the curves and to keep the shape that I want. So what I suggest is to keep, as I said, to eat 5 to 6 times a day. And you need to have very good food. You need to eat bread, you need to eat rice, beans, potatoes, and a lot of protein, a lot of fat food. And actually avocado is very good as well. Just include it in your meals, and it provides very healthy fats, but at the same time, can gain weight from it as well. So if you're having a hard time eating 5 to 6 times a day, make sure you snacks on point, and make sure that the snacks are specifically for gaining weight. Like, for example, eat a lot of nuts. I eat a lot of walnuts, a lot of almonds, and things like that in between my meals, so to keep up my calories up. Nuts are very, nutritionally full food, and actually can give you a lot of weight gain. So eat that. Eat, protein shakes, eat smoothies, and then you can put strawberries or any type of fruits in it, and put some protein powder in it. And that actually helps me to maintain the calorie level where I want it to be, and keep gaining the weight, and staying where I want to be as well. I actually want to give you some tip on my personal experience. Once I told you, I got from Russia, and I was very skinny at the time. I was the skinniest in probably 8 years. That was my the smallest weight that I've had. So I wanted to gain the weight back again, and I started doing mass gainers, and actually they're very full of sugar. And I realized that at first, yes, I just started gaining weight, but once I stopped taking the mass gainers, I just lost, all the weight that I wanted. So I would suggest, if you're the person who likes supplements or, some type of additions to natural food, of course I can't say no, but I would honestly suggest not to take supplements. I would not suggest to take any mass gainers, because you get adjusted to it, and if you stop taking those things, you just lose weight like this, and we don't want that. We want, for example, if you want to go traveling somewhere and you can't bring your supplements or things that that help you gain weight, so now you're gonna lose weight very, very fast, and we don't want that. So to keep your weight up, always, you just have to eat 5 to 6 times a day. I know it sounds a lot, but incorporate healthy snacks as long as you do eat a lot of food. In order for you to gain weight, the calorie level that you have has to be more than you spend. So in order for that to happen, you have to eat more. And then I touch base on the seasoning. So if you're having a hard time, gaining appetite and things like that, maybe add different type of seasoning. Maybe try different type of food, different type of recipes. Some people be like, well, I don't have appetite, and I try different things, and I still just eat twice a day, for example. My best tip for that would be do some type of activities or some type of workouts. That actually makes you want to eat and makes you hungry afterwards. So make sure, if you have a hard time having appetite and things like that, do activities, some type of workouts, to gain the appetite back. And honestly, sometimes I feel like, you don't want to eat still, no matter what you do, because, maybe it's too hot outside or things like that. I'm sorry, but honestly, you just have to do it anyway. You will just have to eat anyway, because that's 70% of your results on how your body is going to gain weight. So if you don't want to eat, make sure you get good snacks, nutritionally food snacks that can help you get the calories that you need for the day to keep your weight up. Second point, and which has to do with exercises. I actually have a friend who, on a little bit on the skinnier side, and she always told me, well, I can't gain weight. I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm eating a lot all the time, and I think I'm exercising a lot, but still I can't seem to gain weight. So we actually went to the gym. I went to the gym with her, and I noticed that she would do a lot of cardio before working out. She would do maybe 30 to 40 minutes of cardio before working out. And that's actually not good. The biggest tip to do the cardio, first, if you can gain weight, if you want to gain weight in the beginning, I would suggest not do cardio at all, because that burns a lot of calories. If you want to sculpt your body after you start gaining weight, there's different type of cardios out there, like for example high intensity interval workouts, where you don't have to do much of it, but you can still sculpt your body to the way you want it, where you keep your curves, be lean but with curves, I would say. So my second point is, what type of exercises do you do? If you are doing a lot of exercises where it involves a lot of cardio and you just, you just going crazy with it, that's not very good. And actually, I would suggest doing cardio last, after you do your weightlifting or after you do, any type of exercises that you do, because that burns a lot of calories first. And second, if you do, for example, weightlifting second after the cardio, then you don't have much energy to even lift weights because you already spent so much time doing cardio, which is also very energy consuming. You need to do some type of weightlifting. Don't do much cardio. But once you start gaining weight and you are where you want to be and you feel like, okay, like now I can incorporate a little bit of cardio to have, to lean your body out but still have curves, you can do a little bit of cardio, which is high intensity workouts cardio, but make sure you do it after weightlifting. The first and second reasons why you can gain weight are actually very intervening with each other. So also make sure that you eat after the gym. That's very important as well, because you burn so many calories. So now your body just had such a big workout and it needs some type of calories to restore the muscles that, when we work out, we break down our muscles. So when we get out of the gym, we need some type of nutrition to build those muscles up. If you don't eat, then the body starts burning actually the muscles that you have down, and basically your muscles get smaller because there is nothing that feeds them. So make sure you do eat after your workouts as well. But you need to work out and you need to eat a lot of good food, good nutritionally full food. Stress and mental health actually is another reason, big reason that plays a role in why you can't gain weight. Stress actually burns so much calories that you need to be aware of. So first, like for example, if you have a lot of exams going on, if you're in school and you want to make sure you have a good grade, but then you have all the other things going on where you obviously have to keep an eye on, so that might give you stress. Or maybe you are working at the job where you don't like the manager, or they always maybe yelling at people and you just not feeling comfortable working there, but you just have to because you have to pay bills and things like that. Or maybe you have kids that you always worried about where they're going to be, who is going to pick them up after the daycare and things like that. Relationship related issues, like for example, if you're stressed out about your significant other or what's going on in your private life, then can actually cause you stressed out and you burning calories because of the stress that you have way too much, where you get so skinny. So honestly, the best tip for that would be organize your life to a point where you feel comfortable doing the things that needs to be done. Like for example, if you have an exam and you need to get ready for it, make sure you plan out how you're going to get ready for your exam. Like for example, if you have an exam in a week, so make sure before that you don't study like a day before the exam, because now you're like, oh my god, like I need to get this done. That causes you be stressed out very much. So plan things out. Like for example, if you need to study like 1 hour a day, do that to make sure that you are ready and that you're calm about being ready for your exam. Or like for example, if you are at the job that you don't like and you're very stressed out because you do need to pay your bills and things like that, yes, it is important, but at the same time, make sure you do look for something that is more valuable to you about it. Always send out resumes. Always try to ask your friends, ask your family to refer you to different job positions that are open out there. Make sure maybe you start something as an entrepreneur. Make sure you're always looking for a better place for you, because if you are not going to take care of yourself and make sure you are comfortable and happy where you are, I'm sorry, but nobody else will. You have to take charge of your life, and you have to make sure that you are comfortable where you are. I know sometimes you don't have a choice, but make sure, even if you are at the job that you don't like, you're always looking for something better. With kids, like, make sure you plan out things before. Like, for example, if you have a nanny and one day maybe she's a little bit wishy-washy, where one day she's there, one day she's not there, but you really like how your kids feel about her. Just make sure you have some type of substitution in the case where she can't come to work or things like that. Or make sure that somebody has time, or somebody is able to pick up your kids, like from daycare or from school and things like that, if you're not able to, so you're not stressed out. As far as the relationship goes, honestly, just love yourself and make sure you put yourself first. And to keep sane, to be stress-free, and to live a very happy life. So to wrap up this video, there's 3 reasons, like I said, to why you're having trouble gaining weight. So the first one, you need to make sure that you have the right food. It can't be fast food. It can't be, just bad food for you, because it doesn't give you much value. It's not going to give you much weight that you want and where you want. So make sure, you eat good and you have snacks in between in order for you to eat 5 to 6 times a day. And make sure you have good snacks as well, like nuts, granola bars, protein bars, and things like that. Make sure you do exercise right. So don't do much cardio. Don't do many cardiovascular activities where it burns too many calories. And if you do cardio, if you feel like you do need it, do it after the workout, the main workout that you have, and do it, for a very small amount of time. And lastly, make sure you take care of your mental health, because it is very important. Stress does burn a lot of calories. So make sure, your life is organized and planned out, so you can feel very comfortable about your life, and make sure that, in case this, way fails, you have something to substitute it, or something like you have a backup as all the time. Those were 3 reasons why you're not able to gain weight. They are very straightforward, very simple. You might have, maybe thought about it, maybe somebody suggested it already before, but make sure you do follow the steps that I told you to gain weight that you want. Yes, so let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you're not sure if you're doing something right, or you're not sure if your food choices are on the right. Feel free to email me. I'm actually going to leave my email in the description below. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to try my best to help you. And yes, so thank you so much for watching. That was Marina. Bye, till the next video.